Welcome, dear listeners. Deep in the heart of the rainforest, where nature reigns untamed, a group of construction workers stumbles upon something extraordinary, a massive anaconda, its movements slow and labored, carrying a mysterious bulge that defies explanation. What could this creature have encountered in the wild depths of the jungle? Stay with us as we unravel this incredible tale, a story of courage, unexpected challenges, and the delicate balance between human intervention and nature's raw power. When a giant anaconda shows up at a construction site, the workers quickly determine that something is wrong with it. It is moving extremely slowly and has a giant unnatural bulge on its body. When a veterinarian cuts the animal open, revealing what was causing the bulge, nobody could believe it. How did the snake even find this so deep in the rainforest? When the workers call the vet back, he decides he will immediately come their way. This snake needs to be cut open because there is obviously something in its stomach that shouldn't be there. When the vet finally arrives, he quickly sedates the now almost lifeless giant anaconda. It isn't the first time he has performed a procedure like this, but he is still nervous. This isn't his trusty clinic, but the middle of the jungle. Anything could happen here. When the veterinarian carefully cuts open the enormous bulge on the snake, the contents immediately reveal themselves and everybody's jaw drops to the floor. Workers have been working hard to make sure this new road is finished as soon as possible, but it has not been easy. It has been a slow and difficult process so far. Getting materials to the site has been a challenge due to the lack of available trucks, and the constant dangers of the rainforest have also slowed the process down. Workers are way behind schedule. They start to worry because their employer is threatening to take action if they don't finish the job on time. The employer even threatens to fire the workers. Therefore, the workers know they have to take action. They cannot afford to be slowed down anymore. Their boss gives them an ultimatum: finish by the end of the month or get fired. So they decide to work even harder than before. But they do not know they are about to face another big obstacle. When the workers are clearing out the path where the pavement is going to be laid, one of them suddenly jumps back. He has seen something come out of the vegetation that scares him a lot. It is an anaconda, but not just any anaconda, the biggest they have ever seen. It slowly makes its way across the end of the clearing they have just made, but decides to settle there. The workers are scared and surprised at the same time. What should they do? The workers hope it will pass by quickly so they can continue, but it seems slow. Then one of the workers suddenly sees what might be causing the problem for the snake. They already notice that the animal is moving somewhat slowly. When the giant anaconda is about halfway out of the bushes, a giant bulge can be seen on its body. The workers can barely believe their eyes. They have never seen anything like this before. With the snake now firmly on the spot where they need to work, the workers know they have to do something. While they know they must act, they are also really scared. Then one of the workers approaches the snake. "No!" yell the other workers. They warn their co-worker that the snake might act aggressively in this condition as it tries to defend itself if it feels threatened. The workers come up with another solution. They decide they will have to call somebody and try to get a hold of the nearest animal veterinarian. When the call with the vet ends, the worker who called reacts in full shock. The vet says the snake might be pregnant and about to lay her eggs in the middle of the road where they are reconstructing. To make sure this is the case, the vet gives the workers a dangerous task. They must figure out where the bulge is located on the body. To do this, the snake needs to be laid out a bit, as it is mostly curled up right now. Most of the workers hesitate. Should they actually do this? What if the snake attacks them? One worker takes control of the situation. The brave worker decides to position himself at the most dangerous place to make sure the others are safe. Then, two other brave workers decide they will pull on the tail of the snake to try and stretch it out. Luck is on their side. While doing this, the head is quite a bit away from the end of the tail, so the chances of it being able to bite them are slim, especially given how slow the snake has been moving. However, they still don't want to take risks, so they take extra safety measures. The two men gear themselves up with some of the toughest materials they can find, while another worker joins them to distract the snake if necessary. With lead in their shoes, the two men grab the tail of the snake. All workers hold their breath, hoping everything goes according to plan. Fortunately, there is nothing to worry about as the snake puts up no fight whatsoever and lets itself be stretched out almost fully. It becomes more and more obvious that something is very wrong with this animal. Now the workers can see where the bulge is located on the body and call the vet back to report their findings. The workers are curious about what they have to do next, as they have never seen a snake laying her eggs before. The vet's tone changes immediately when she hears where the bulge is. If the bulge were due to eggs, it would be located way further back on the body. The bulge is located at the start of the stomach, meaning it is something that shouldn't be in the snake's body. The snake has obviously swallowed something it shouldn't have and probably requires immediate surgery to survive. There is no time to lose, but the workers don't know what to do. They ask the vet if she should come to them or if they should bring the snake to her. Getting to the worker's location is a challenge. The vet doesn't know their exact location, and it is rush hour, so she will probably get stuck in traffic. However, she must get there as fast as possible to give the snake the best chance of survival. One of the workers proposes to pick her up, but that would take too long. Fortunately, there are still people in the company's warehouse who know the worker's location exactly and how to get there. The vet decides to visit the company's warehouse. After explaining the situation, a manager is willing to help her, and they decide to use his all-terrain Jeep to traverse through the rainforest, which is never easy. The vet experiences a challenging ride. The journey takes about 3 hours, during which the vet questions if the snake's life is worth all this effort. Other animals might also need her help. However, she resolves to stick with her decision. After 3 hours, she finally reaches the snake. When she sees it, she knows instantly that all the effort was worth it. At the construction site, the workers are also struggling with the weight. Their fear becomes reality. The snake has no intention of staying in its current place. It has waited long enough and is trying to move again. Some workers want to let it go so they can finally continue working. They question why they are even caring about a snake. It is just an animal after all. They want to focus on meeting their deadline. However, not everyone agrees. Some workers have taken the vet's words to heart and know that if they let the snake go now, it will certainly die. Luckily for the snake and the vet, this group is in the majority. The snake is still moving very slowly, so the workers block its path back into the jungle with plates of sheet metal they brought as supplies. The animal becomes irritated by this and the workers must be careful. Some begin to worry. Is this the right thing to do? A snake of this size, even in poor condition, could easily kill one of them if it got hold of them. They know they must trust each other. It becomes a team effort, with even those who initially wanted to let the snake go helping out. When the vet finally arrives, the snake is still in the same place, but is growing more aggressive. It does not want to stay behind the sheet metal and starts targeting the workers holding it in place. Many workers have close calls, and their fear reaches an all-time high. Some drop the metal and run back. The vet must act quickly. She decides to sedate the snake, though there is always a risk that the snake might not wake up, especially given its condition. However, seeing how actively it is trying to attack, the vet is confident it will survive the injection. She waits for the snake to turn its head in another direction, then slowly approaches and injects the sedative into its lower body. Over the next few minutes, the snake slows down more and more. The vet administers additional sedatives necessary for a snake this size to be completely unconscious. Eventually, the snake is fully sedated. Some workers drop to their knees from exhaustion, their heart rates finally returning to normal. They are relieved to have survived possible death numerous times. The vet now turns her attention to the bulge. She takes her surgery kit from the Jeep and begins her work. By feeling the snake's body, she confirms her suspicion that the object is stuck at the entrance to the stomach. The snake has swallowed something it cannot digest. The vet carefully cuts open the snake along the bulge. After cutting through the skin, muscle, and esophagus, the source of the bulge is revealed: a small plastic box. The workers immediately recognize it as their cool box, used to store perishables like meat. However, the meat in this one had gone bad, so they left it out of the truck. They thought they had put it away safely, but the snake must have picked up the scent and swallowed it whole, mistaking it for prey. Sadly, this error could have been fatal for the snake. With the cool box removed, the vet stitches the snake back up. She also implants a tracking chip to monitor its movements and ensure its survival in the long run. Once the surgery is complete, they wake up the snake, hoping it will no longer be aggressive. It takes a few minutes for the snake to regain consciousness. Initially dazed and confused, it eventually crawls away much faster than before. After the snake returns to the forest, the vet thanks the workers for their incredible effort to keep the snake and themselves safe. She returns to the city where other patients are waiting for her. To ensure the snake's recovery, the vet monitors its behavior through the implanted chip. The snake behaves completely normally, and the vet confidently declares the operation a success. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss another unbelievable tale like this one.